All right, y'all. So we're back, y'all. So this one says, Drake just responded to Kendrick Lamar's new song. So let's see what Drake says to the new song. Let's get y'all.
Instagram post and a picture of some black Air Forces. Kendrick Lamar has put the rap game back on red alert as he just delivered another performance that is filled with so much lyrical content, and now, of course, because this is Kendrick's first new track since his back and forth with Drake that went down in May, this has put more attention on Drake than almost any of Drake's own music releases have in the past few months, because with this cut, as Kendrick reflects on everything that went down, of course he's once again referencing Drake here, and now because of this, and also due to the storm Kendrick caused earlier this week as he was announced to be playing at the Super Bowl halftime show. This has pushed Drake into a corner, and as the pressure has been getting higher and higher from the combination of a new song and a performance announcement at the biggest event in music, which that if we all remember, Drake was literally saying on a track like First Person Shooter that he was as big as, but as all of these events have unfolded, this was clearly not the case. Drake's back has been put against the wall because of all of this, and also his request from a few weeks back that didn't just allude to the fact that he would get revenge on Kendrick on his track No Face in the near future, but that he would be fully declaring a round 2. So now with all of this, which has shown for Drake that he is not done beefing with Kendrick or trying to stand up against him despite how bad that's already went for him. He has once again responded to what Kendrick has done, but this time, not with cringy songs yet, or even as petty and miserable of social media posts as usual, and instead, Drake is trying a new way to answer to Kendrick and try to circulate his ideas and agenda out into the world against him, which this time around entails him first pulling things back, and then spreading narratives that are trying to build him up through the opinions of others who are around him, and also through some of the voices of the biggest players in hip-hop media. And now, considering some of the lyrics Kendrick Lamar said about major personalities within the hip-hop media world, like DJ Academics, doing just this in and of itself already makes this situation ironic. But now, looking at what Drake has done, there's multiple layers to this, because before we can even get to how Drake has reacted and responded to Kendrick Lamar's new song, we have to look at how he has responded and deployed this strategy at the beginning of the week when Kendrick was announced to perform at the Super Bowl. Because when it came to the decision and announcement of Kendrick doing the biggest show in music over a rapper who has been integral to Drake's career and development like Lil Wayne, Drake did two things, which first off directly on his end. He took to social media and posted multiple pictures of Wayne, which while this is not actually featuring any sort of caption or message alongside it implies that Drake is trying to take away this moment from Kendrick by saying that it's not as earned and deserved as many feel it is. And now in addition to trying to take this away from Kendrick like this, it's been revealed that Drake has said a lot more about this situation, because through the grapevine of people in hip-hop media who at this point we can just call Drake merchants, it came out from OVO Mal, who in all honesty is an even bigger stand for Drake than even Academics is, with just how biased and delusional he is, that he talked to Drake recently, and during their conversation in which they discussed Kendrick playing at the Super Bowl, Drake laughed at the fact that Kendrick was going to be headlining the biggest musical event on the planet, and then trying to brush what Kendrick is about to do off as something that is not going to be viewed by over 100 million people, and as something that is way less special than everybody else thinks and perceives it as. Drake also apparently casually flexed that he has turned down the Super Bowl 4 times, and while Mal thought he would
Yeah, I don't know if I could believe that part. Drake turned down the Super Bowl halftime show. I don't believe that one bit though. Like so I don't know unless Drake or his team haven't said that he turned down, then yeah, I'll believe that. But for Mal, yeah, I don't know. Do you really think that Drake turned down to perform the Super Bowl halftime show? Let me know in the comments, because Drake is big though. Like Michael Jackson, he performed it because he's big. Prince, he did it. Beyonce, I think it's everybody's dream to, if you're that big, you want to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. So I don't know if I could believe that part though. Yeah.
Reveal this, and people would turn around and laugh at Kendrick for doing something that Drake would turn down all of these times. People have had actually quite the opposite reaction to this, and have only made fun of Drake even more, because within all this chaos, which has now led to the point that one of the most disrespectful and important diss tracks of all time is gonna be performed at the Super Bowl. And now speaking of importance, when it comes to listening and being a fan of music, there is nothing more vital to a great listening experience than having the right earbuds to experience your favorite artists in the optimal way, which is why today, the sponsor of this video is Raycon. Raycon makes for the best way to listen to music on a daily basis with their upgraded everyday earbuds, which offer everything you love about Raycons and more, as you get an organized career is nowhere near as bad of a state that it's actually in. Because let's be real with ourselves. Turning the Super Bowl down, especially in this era where Jay-Z and Roc Nation have taken it over and helped bring the production value and quality up way higher than it once was, is just not a flex whatsoever. And even if Drake thinks it is, which if you just listen to First Person Shooter, you know that he doesn't, this once again shows the disconnect he has from the rest of music culture and is definitely one of the reasons why he is in the hole that he's in right now, because by trying to say that he turned it down this many times, what it actually ends up coming off as is that he doesn't care about his lineage and legacy of his name in the music world, because with the Super Bowl halftime show, for all of its problems over the years and for all of its strange performances and controversies, at the end of the day, this is the stage that all great artists hope to be on, as with Michael Jackson and Prince delivering some of the most iconic performances of all time at this event. And let's remember, these are the guys Drake claims to have modeled himself after, and in MJ's case, is constantly comparing himself all the way to the point that on First Person Shooter's outro, he made it a point that everybody would know that he is nearing his #1 single record with the entire punchline of the song. It shows a massive disconnect with his priorities as an artist, and as this info came from him, it makes Drake look even more like he only cares about doing things when there is a check involved, and not just for the love of the art. And now, speaking of legacies and reputation, this sad way of coping leads right into what Drake's reaction has been to Kendrick's new track, Black Air Forces, as once again, Drake sent out his reactions to this song and the narratives he wants to put out about it to the voices of other people, as in response to the release of this track and the impact it was having. Drake's fellow OVO crew member Baca posted publicly that this song was trash, and now at this point, as this is Kendrick's first music release following,
I don't know who that is.
All, I think Baca is just relieved that he didn't get name dropped again. But seriously, Drake using his OVO followers to spread this sentiment on the internet is just laughable. And now when it comes to this digital attack, it did not stop here, as this all, of course, leads back to the one and only DJ Academics, who after freaking out when seemingly opening up his IG and seeing that Kendrick was back once again, when he was on stream reacting to the song, Ak really tried to spin the narrative about this track in a way that only people around Drake's circle ever would, and who are trying to recontextualize the reality of what is going on, because as Ak listened to this song, it pretty much seems like he purposefully misread the messaging of it, because despite Kendrick very openly lining out that this cut is the start of something new and not another back and forth with Drake, Ak tried to say that this was Kendrick Lamar starting round 2, and then trying to make Lamar look pathetic by doing this. He pretty much hyped up that Lamar is desperate for attention and that this was his first bad move this entire year, and now by doing this, Black is trying to give his buddy Drake one more chance at redemption and give Drake fans hope that this entire moment in time in hip-hop is not going to go Kendrick's way more and more with each waning second. As everyone who actually understood what Kendrick was saying in his new track saw that this collusion between pathetic rappers and corrupt media personalities is what has been making Kendrick feel this sick and angry about the state of the genre he loves in the first place, as Drake has pulled out all the stops to try and take away this historic week from Kendrick Lamar, and yet they're all sitting here processing what Kendrick Lamar's statements are representing. More than ever, we can see how ridiculous and desperate Drake and everyone he controls online are getting to just get some sort of win, as somehow, even for the incredibly low bar Drake has set, by reacting to Kendrick Lamar's historic week even in this more silent way than he usually does. By failing to spread false narratives that have only made him look more pathetic, Drake has only made himself become a further victim to the trap that Kendrick Lamar has stuck him in. So now with all that said, let me know, what do you think about what Drake is trying to do here? And now if you want to see how Kendrick Lamar actually exposed Drake and so much else in his new song in a way that is going to change...
Yeah, man. So, yeah, like I said in the last video, DJ Academic is the biggest dick rider to Drake, though, man. It's like, dog, I think Kendrick's pretty much over the Drake situation. He's moved on because I know he's working on a new album right now and get ready for the Super Bowl halftime show for next year. So, yeah, so I don't think, so he didn't even mention Drake, though. So I don't know what DJ Academic's talking about, though. So, yeah, so I think it's pretty much over for Kendrick. So he's pretty much over it, though. So, yeah, guys, that's the video, guys. Let me know in the comments. What you guys think? You think Drake is going to say something bad, Kendrick? You think pretty much over? I want to know what y'all think, though. I'll see you guys next video. Peace out, y'all.